All right. Now you are welcome to the second video. Thank you so much. You are welcome. I hope you understand every bit of the first video. Now this is the second video. Please, if you don't understand what you've seen or you've learned from that video, please reserve your questions. Reserve your questions until then we treat it later, until we have the time to treat it. But I quite understand that there is no way you will not understand that video, because the video is very explanatory, and you could listen to the voice, and also you could also watch the video, and with that, with these two features, you can learn better with that video. All right, thank you so much. Thank you so much. And there is a second video. Now let's begin. In the second video, from the first video, we ended it at the dashboard. Now this is the dashboard that we have launched into. This is the dashboard, and this is the interface of the dashboard. There's nothing different between this interface of the dashboard and on the system to what you have on your phone. So it's still the same thing. So every operation you see here is still the same thing from phone or on your phone and on the system. So the next thing to do, please do not touch anything on the dashboard, because that might probably crash down your site if you don't know what to do on the dashboard. Please. Now what you do is to scroll down to where you see subtaculars. Scroll down to where you see subtaculars, apps installer, to where you see subtaculars apps installer. Scroll down to where you see subtaculars app installer. Then click on Wordpress. When you click on Wordpress, it will start loading. Then subtaculars has opened where you see Wordpress installer. So the next thing to do is to either click on install now, or if you wish to see more of it, you can come to blogs. Under blogs, you see WordPress. So you select WordPress there, or else click on install now. So as you click on install now, it will take you down to a new window. So this is the screen you are going to use to set up your site. So this screen, as you can see, the screen comes down, and you can see more and more of it. Now begin to set it up from the beginning. Excuse me. Begin to set it up from the beginning. All right. Now the very first thing to see is it says choose protocol. And what type of protocol? You know, your internet or your website drives on protocol, and the type of protocol that drives your website to deliver is what we call hypertext transfer protocol. This enables your website to deliver, to fetch out the site from www, that is from the server, and deliver to the users. So that is why we call it a hypertext transfer protocol. Now please come there and choose which of the protocols you want to use. But mind you, if you register with Up8 does not enable HTTPS until you install your SSL, until you install your SSL, that is your security, that is secure service. So now what you need to do is to choose HTTP. So later you go to your Cpnel and install your SSL security. So now, as I've chosen your HTTP, then come down to domain, choose a domain. So you have 3 domains you can choose from, but please, these are primary domains. They are your primary domains. They are the domains behind your real domain. So what you do is to go to the real domain. So choose the real domain like mysuccessintegrated.com.ng. Yours could be any whatever.com.ng or whatever.com or whatever.ng. So make sure you choose your domain. Then in the directory, please, it is said that the directory is relative to your domain and should not exist. E.g., to install at your domain name, then you just type DRI, that is directory. DRI means directory. It's an extension for directory. But to install only in my domain level, my domain, you leave it what? Empty. To install only in my domain, you leave it what? Empty. But you know the difference of this, meaning that if you are choosing the first option, then you will be installing it in a particular directory, which you now have to give the directory a name, like a folder. Directory, another name for directory is a folder, and another name for folder is directory. Am I communicating? So another name for directory is a folder, another name for folder is directory. So you now have to create a folder. That folder will now be located in your domain name. So meaning that anytime you want to do attend to any technical issue, then you have to visit your domain name, open your domain name and open the directory before you can now have access to edit any information there. But if you don't understand this and please, it is better you leave it empty. It is better you leave it empty. And if you are not the type that can deal with technical issue of the website, please leave this empty. Now, as you leave it empty, it means you are not creating a folder for it. All right. Now move down. As you move down, go down your site name. Your site name now. Give your site a name. So what name does your site want to bear? What name does it want to bear? So what you give it the name is going to bear. So what name is going to bear? So type in the name. As we are typing this now, so you type yours. Alright, so after that, after you have finished typing the name of the site, then the next thing is to your site description. Your site description are like taglines, like what and what do you want to be doing. So what do you want to be using your site for? So now give it a tagline. Alright, you are typing education consult, tutorials, examination. Don't worry about this education, the consult. We are going to retype it or edit it. So please, and this our site name is Success Integrated Ventures. Then our site description is education consult. So I can simply right click here and choose the correct consult. Education consult. So I can choose the correct consult. Then tutorial, then examination registration. So now that is all. Now enable multi-user or multi-site rather. No, please do not enable this, only if you understand what it means. So now leave it. You are not going to do anything with it now. So now your account, this is the account you'll be using to log into your WordPress. So any username you use here or the password is what you always use to log into your WordPress. Please take note of the username and the password, else you will not be able to work on your site again. You will not be able to work on your site again. So make sure you know the password and the username you are creating. So please, let's type in the username in small letter. Please make sure you always type everything in small letter. When it plays, this is what I want to tell you. When it comes to username and password, every day of your life, of your entire life, that, sorry, so for you to use that word, what I mean is that every day you work on system, or you have to create password, please make sure you always use lowercase, which is small letter. Make sure you always use lowercase, which is small letter. Else, if the site requires that you had capital letter or uppercase with it. Thank you so much. So now let's type in our password. Now the password is showing. You may decide to make it to hide it, but if you really want to see what you are typing, please make it show. After all, you are the only one that have access to this. Okay. All right. Now, all right. All right. So we're trying to add something. All right. It's not very strong. So Emanuela 20 is what we use our username. You can later on go and change it. You can change this, so you can always change this. So for another person not to have access to this, if you discover that the password and the username is so simple or are so simple, please, you can change it anytime, any day. To do that, you will know later. All right. Next, what is your webmail? Now, this is not your email. It is not your email like Google, whatever at gmail.com, or whatever at yahoo.mail.com, or whatever at rocketmail.com, or whatever at ol.com, or whatever at yk or whatever.com. This is webmail. This webmail is what you use to relate with your customers. So it gives your business a standard. It makes the users or your customers to know that they are dealing with a reliable person and a reliable website, because it is not just like other or normal email you always create. So please, now how do you want it? Is it going to be admin? If you are the type that's always relating with customers every now and then we said that what you need to use is either info@yourdomain.com or support@yourdomain.com, or contact us, or contact@yourdomain.com, or whatever, reach us at yourdomain.com. So it can be anything you create. It can be anything. So now we are typing support@domain.com. We are typing support@domain.com. Then after you have typed this one out, then we'll go to language. So in your language, choose English. Of course, it's English you are going to select. Please don't select any other language. Choose English. Now, next thing is to do you want to allow login attempt, which is loginizer. So login attempt, this restricts the number of people logging into your account. But to me, I normally use this. I normally select this. But if you are not a professional yet, please don't tick this, because you may probably forget your password, and it will now require you to log in as many times as possible before you could retrieve your password again. So in that case, please do not install this. Later you can install it later. Now don't click on install yet. I know the next thing you see is install. do not click on install yet. What you do is click on advanced option. This is where you set up your database. Your site must have a database. So now go and select your database name. What name do you want to give to your database? It has always been, now this is where you must understand a little about database. Database is always either MySQL or MySQLi. So MySQL or MySQLi or PHP. So these are the backbone, the database backbone of your website. So now what you do, choose MySQLi or MySQL. So now we are typing MySQL. Please, as we are typing it, make sure you type the my in capital letter and choose and type the SQL and type the Y in small letter and later type the SQL in capital letter. Now this requires for under table prefix is very important. Your table prefix is very important. This requires four letters. So now this one we don't really understand what is here, so we are going to change it to our own understandable text or letters. So in that case, I can as well choose Zeal. I can as well choose Zeal, or simply because this business is for Mike success, then I can choose Mike. I can just say Mike. So just make sure it is 4 letters. Just make sure it's 4 letters. Do you know why? It's because whenever you have technical problem with your technical issues or technical issues with your website, you can as well understand the table prefix you use in order to retrieve your site back to normal. So now we are done by using that. So now duplicate, update, disable and update in notification units. Say no, because you must be having some update notifications on your email. You understand that now? So please do not tick it. Do not tick it, because if you tick it, it will be disabled. Then auto upgrade better. Please tick this, because you know why? Every now and then, every time, WordPress and WordPress plugins, in fact even with the themes, they are being updated every day, every year, every time. So please, if you did not put it to auto upgrade, most of the plugins or features you are going to use on your site will be outdated. So now put it on automatic. So when it is automatic, it will automatically update every plugin you use on your site, and you will never have problem with your site. So now go to auto upgrade WordPress plugins. Do the same thing. So this one will upgrade the theme and the versions of the WordPress, and why this one will upgrade the word plugins, and why this one will also upgrade the themes. So have it that way. Then another one is a backup location. Please, if you don't understand this, in fact you don't even need to understand. What you need to do is to leave it empty, leave it at default. It says choose the backup location to be used while backing up this installation. Choose default, so you can always retrieve it from default, but by the time you choose local folder, then it will be on your system. Please let it be on a default. So now type in your email. The next thing, before you click on install, please come to email installation details. So this is where WordPress or Santa Claus will be sending your installation details. It will be your installation details will be sent to your email for you to know your username and your password that you use for logging in. So excuse me, yeah, in order not to forget the email and the password used here, this site will send you some information about your site you are just creating. So please type in your email for you to receive some information about this site, and that will help you in future. All right, so what is the email we're going to type now? So we are typing the email now. So now we have Mike Onotu of Mike Onotu 033 at gmail.com. Then after that, you can now click on install. So what's the installation process? So yeah, you can either say save or you never save. So you may not. If you save it, next time it will be updating your email and your email. It will update your username, rather your username and your password. But this time around, we are not going to save it. We are not going to save it. So let's say never. Yeah. So now you can see your information. Your website has been created. You now have it as http mysuccessintegrated.com.ng. Though this HTTP needs to be upgraded to HTTPS as an advanced HTTP, but don't worry. By the time we install the SSL, it will be converted to HTTPS. Then at the same time, this is your website. Now let's view our website. To view our website, right click on it and click on open in a new window. If you are using Android phone, please long press on it. Press and hold. It will bring out a pop-up menu. So inside the pop-up menu, click on open new window. Now in that case, now our website has been created. Our website has been created and it's loading. So while it's loading, you can as well come back to this place. While it's loading, you can as well come back to this place and go into our dashboard. So this is where you go to your dashboard. Here is your site, is your domain name. Here is your dashboard. Right click on it and click on your dashboard. And right click on it and click on the opening window. Like I told you, I said if you are using Android phone, long press on this link. Long press on this link and click on the open window. What I mean by long press is that you should press and hold your finger on it for you to open a pop-up menu. So in the pop-up menu, then you click on the open new window, open new tab. Now it's like we are having a site problem. Alright, now that we have finished installation, we are going to end it here. So as we end it here, we will now know how we are going to launch into our site later. So let's end it here. Thank you so much. God bless you as you listen and watch this video. I hope this is going to help you to learn better. I hope you are going to learn better in this video. Please comment if you are really learning very well with this video, and let us know your perspective about the video. Thank you so much. I remain my humble self, Charles O. Adewale, the Managing Director and the CEO of ZEALTECH IT Solutions, situated in Lagos. Thank you so much.